y'all. This low.
This is Key and we're low key. So today we're going to talk about your mind and how your mind plays a big part in um, your everyday life. The things you do, the people you're around, the money in your bank account, the relationships you form, all of that. It plays a big part in that, of that. So what I want to focus on is how to change that. Not so much as to what you need to change, but how to change it. Okay? Because we all know that there's some things that we don't necessarily like that we do every day. And sometimes habits are hard to break when your body, your mind is supposed to keep you safe. Like, that's what it does. It keeps you safe and it keeps you away from pain. So basically, it has to do with you being familiar. Your mind is familiar with what you want. It's going to do what you want it to do. And it's going to respond by what you want. So I believe that you have to make the familiar unfamiliar.
What you mean by that?
So like the familiar, you know you procrastinate, you know that you eat the cake, you know that you lie, you know that you're not being your authentic you. There's some things you probably don't like about yourself that you know you could work on. But the reason why you're having a hard time breaking the habit is because your mind is making it familiar to you. So the familiar is safe to your mind. It doesn't know anything different. So when I say make it unfamiliar, you gotta do the opposite of that. And you gotta speak it, you gotta feel it, and you gotta move in that. So let's just say you started a new endeavor. You know what I mean? You started a new business, and you feel like sometimes like it's hard, or you feeling like, I can't do this. If you say that, and if you feel that, your mind hears you. And so what happens is it's going to condition everything that you do throughout the day. It's familiar with what you're telling it, and it's going to make that happen every single day. So you're not successful in the business. You're not, because you think you can't do it. So you moving like that, and it'll set up, life will rearrange itself just to make you satisfied, because that's what you believe.
That's deep.
So in order to make that unfamiliar, you need to say things like, I am the best at what I do. I love what I do. And feel that and know that and believe in yourself and say that, I believe in myself. It sounds like, like it's easy. It sounds like, oh, that's the right thing to do, but it's real, because your mind don't know the difference of what you tell it. So you have to tell it, you have to make that familiar thing unfamiliar in order to get change. Because the most powerful way to change is through your mind. Like, that's the only way that you can change it. Change whatever.
That's it. I agree. You were about to say something else,
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
When we talk about the mind, it's like it's a crazy deep topic, because first of all, you gotta understand life is short. And those who create governments, they know this. When people is in their 20s, they just coming to age. It took forever to get here, so they feel like it's gonna take forever to leave here. But the more time you spend on the planet, the better understanding you have of time. And time goes faster because you are more aware of what's going on. With that being said, those who are responsible for you create your reality. We gotta start from small. Okay, so if we trying to stop the problem, we gotta know where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
Those who are ahead of you, whoever, parents, step parents, adopted, it don't matter. Whoever you look to follow, they created your reality. You know, before you knew you had a mind that had all of these nerve endings and could run electrical cords in the form of memory, they created your reality. Most of the time, they don't even know that they doing it. So you come up, no matter where you are in life, it's because of your thought. Now, you could be busted and disgusted if you are of right mind, okay? It's a reason you there because that's your reality. Now, you could blame those who created your reality, but like you just playing at that point because now you know that you can change it. When you come of age, what age would you say? They say 25, your brain fully developed, but people know that they can think way before 25. What you think?
They know they can think, but they probably don't know they can think for themselves. They don't realize it.
That could be
they
true.
thinking with other people's advice.
That could be true.
When you young, you might as well go ahead and go into the military, man. You still young. You might as well. Like, okay.
But this person, they woke up this morning, they was like, I don't feel like taking a shower today. And it didn't, or you did take a shower that day, right? Ain't nobody that was your thought manifested and it happened. So you know that you can create your reality based on the small decisions you make.
Absolutely.
You decided to make your bed up and not make your bed up.
Yeah.
With that being said, wherever you are, it's your thought process. And those, you got to go back to the people who molded your reality in order to change it. Not go back to them and be like, why you do that? No. Look at them. Think back to what their reality was. You have to separate from everybody in order to do this. What you think, bro?
I agree with that. Because you're, like, in order to, I'm telling you, the most powerful thing you can do is change your mind. The only way, you have to separate yourself from people. Like, that is the most, like, trust. You have to separate yourself and surround yourself with you. And if you're doing it with, you know, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, okay, you have like minds, you know what you want.
Yeah.
So you're on the same page. But if it's just you must separate from those that are not in unison with you. That are not they're not like-minded people, because they're gonna pull you back. They're gonna make you second guess yourself. They're gonna make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna criticize you. They are going to try to tell you because they don't understand.
They don't.
Now, it's not like they want to try to understand you. If they wanted to understand you, they would ask questions. Why? Why are you doing this? You know, it seems like you own something. Like, really go for it. Like, those
like
are
somebody, like, good grief.
Majority of people, they don't want to rise to the occasion, but they don't want you to rise either. So they just want you to stay where they at, because without you being where they at, they don't have nobody that they can relate to. But when you get older, as you mature, as you grow, because we're growing older, it's gonna be an end. So you might as well go get what's yours. Like, you deserve a wholesome life. We deserve a wholesome life. We deserve people in our life that think like us. We deserve just being good to yourself and being able to live freely, and not how our childhoods were. Like, everybody's childhood wasn't bad, you know what I mean? Or challenging. I wouldn't say bad, because I think everything that a person goes through is for the benefit of the story, is for the benefit of, because you got to start somewhere in order to get,
Fact.
and people may need to hear your story, because a lot of people don't have that strength, you know what I mean? They don't have somebody that they can relate to.
Yeah.
So I feel the most powerful way is to change your mind, and the most powerful way to change your mind is to elevate, is to separate, and it is you have to make the familiar unfamiliar. So when you wake up in the morning, you need to start speaking it into existence. You need to start saying it. They say the most powerful way, repetition. You say a thing over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you, you'll believe it. You'll start believing it. That's why I think we watched something where it had to do with criminal law, and I think the lawyer questioned the witness and asked the witness about what did the witness see. The witness told the lawyer what she saw, and then she was questioned again later, the same question but from a different person, and he said, "Didn't you see this?" Played the tape. She saw the same tape over again, but he pointed something else out. "Didn't you see this?" And through repetition of her seeing that tape over and over and over and over again, she said she saw it. Like, you just said you didn't see it. So through repetition, your mind will begin to play tricks on you, and you will then believe. So what I'm saying is, you have to make the familiar unfamiliar. Tell yourself over and over again, because I know you believe. I don't think we wake up not believing.
Absolutely not. You don't come up not, or maybe some people do. I don't feel like everybody out here talk, they feel like it ain't no limitations coming up. But you gotta understand, life is short. I don't mean that to say hurry up, cause you about to die.
Dirt now.
You gotta look at it a different way. Instead of looking at it like life is short, it's miserable, you gotta look at it like, okay, so in this short life, it doesn't take that long to become nothing. So therefore, it wouldn't take that long for you to become everything you could ever imagine.
That's well put.
Understand what I'm saying? You could be down bad. Your reality say you need to go and get a job like everybody else, like a hog looking at the other hog feet, right, move in front of him, so he following the other hogs to slaughter because he never looked up. So you go and get a job, you work 12, 15 hours a day for the crumbs they give you at the end of the week, and you feel like you are successful because that's the reality of the people you see around you. When in all actuality, if you took that same time, found something that you want to do, separated and sacrifice 12 or 15 hours every day. Come on. The problem is, what you think the problem is? Because it's obvious, but it took us. Well, it took me You probably already knew
New word.
that, like how obvious it was, like the time you spend doing something you don't like for a check at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out because that's how we was brought up. Like you get a job, you work. Like the people, parents, people around you, uncles, all of that's you get a job, you work, you get a paycheck, you take care of your bills, take care of your family, and that was just the way. Unless you went to school to study and get in debt that way,
Yeah.
or you go
And
to the
then you
military. You don't want to do. You don't want nobody having that rule over you. I don't knock anybody in the military.
Yeah, if you like
That's
it, I
not.
love
If
it.
you love that and that's what you want to do,
Then
then I feel like that's for you.
That's your reality.
But for those that want something different and not having to be up under somebody's thumb all day and night, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go here, you can't go there, you gotta maintain this weight, you gotta do this and that. We want something different, freedom, because I think that's what a lot of people go for, because they think it's freedom. Because we were brought up like if you either went to the military or you went to school, to college. And everybody that I talked to when I was coming up, they didn't like it. You know what I mean? They didn't like, I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm gonna do my little term and I'm getting out. Or I'm gonna finish this right here and then I'm not going back to school no more.
They just did it because they looking at the lost person in front of them. That's how jobs justify taking majority of the money from the labor you do, because they like, look, we have the system and the direction. That's the only difference. Okay?
Yeah.
And when you by yourself, you see why most people work a job. Because most people left to their own devices, they are not willing to develop their own systems and direction in order to produce, because their reality going back to their mind.
Yeah.
You was about to say something, babe?
Not bad.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Because if you want, think about it like this: your mind. You look at the most successful people you see, and you be like, I want to be a strong mother, be good at my job, take care of my children, and, you know, be a good person, give to the homeless. If you focus on that, guess what you gonna do? Guess where you gonna end up? Think about it. If you focus on being a good parent, a good, you know what I'm saying, whatever, being the best at your job, and that's what you focus on, that's gonna be your reality. But if something is pulling you, that's like the universe or something, that's the all.
Inside of you.
And yeah, you could do what you see is success. But if you seeking a thing, it's gonna pull you to it.
Absolutely. I believe it was Les Brown when he said that on Mondays, he said something about people that's the most,
Heart attacks or something?
yeah, they have
What'd
the
he
most
say?
heart attacks. On Mondays, people have the most heart attacks.
And I don't know if he made it up or what, but it makes sense.
It makes sense, because on Mondays, you don't want to, you off the weekend.
My gosh.
And then Monday come around, you want, what? I got to go back to do something that I hate.
People living for the weekend. Yeah, they living. Friday
For
come, let me get my
beer
clothes out ready
and
for the
that
club.
steak.
I'm gonna have my clothes ready for the club. I got my grill outside. We about to turn up. It's Friday. You living for the weekend. You take your dumb ass to sleep way late on Friday because you off. I ain't got no system. I ain't gotta be disciplined. I got my check.
Acting like a little kid.
This my time. You wake your dumb ass up at 6 in the afternoon and then go grill.
Wasted.
It's my off time. Sunday come.
Grilling everything.
Sunday evening come, you fucking depressed.
What's wrong with you?
Especially if you just doing a job just for a paycheck.
Work tomorrow, man.
You are depressed, getting ready for work. Your mind already gone.
At work. On
You
Sunday,
already at
on
work.
your day off.
Bro, you on your day off, you at work. They got you. Like, damn, you take a vacation. Man, that week go by so fast. It's like it never. That's when I realized, like, oh no. Everybody else look at what you doing. Like, hey, you doing good. You making all of this money. But that's how, when you gotta know that's not what your reality need to be.
Yeah.
It ain't enough. First of all, it ain't enough money. Second of all, we know what our reality
Absolutely. Gotta know
is
who you
going.
are.
You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for you.
Yeah.
And if you decide to share your reality with somebody and they come back on knocking it, then that means they don't need to be part of your reality.
That's right.
And you damn sure don't need to be engaging in this. Cause remember what I said, the mother who focuses on being a good parent, being good at a job, she's gonna end up doing that.
Absolutely.
The mother who wanna focus on being a good parent, being good at her job, but is focused on somebody who said that she can't be, what's gonna happen?
She's not gonna be. She's gonna migrate right to
might
her.
be
It's
a
gonna
little
attract
bit,
it right to her, pull it right to her.
Might be a little good at her job, but that person will always be able to alter her reality.
That's why you guys gotta keep your mouth shut. If you don't understand things, keep your mouth shut. You don't know, you could be speaking to the next millionaire and you stopping a blessing because you don't understand. So if you don't understand what somebody's doing, instead of just saying I don't understand, instead of just saying
Straight
nothing,
up.
like just don't say nothing, you know? Because you could kill. Like I can imagine how many people have literally tried to kill somebody's vision because they didn't understand it.
Because it won't something they were trying to do.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
I wouldn't do that because they said with the first 5 years, like, if
Yeah.
you make it past the first 5, then you might stand a chance. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. That's wasting money.
And
Like,
look at him,
nah.
this nigga don't even know nobody who own a business.
Like, don't listen to people.
You like, damn,
they don't
man.
understand you.
They put that out there like that. Man,
It's stealing your energy.
businesses go out within the first couple of years. Like, bro, you don't even have a job, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
No. It's like somebody trying to tell you something about something and
Yeah.
don't even know, have no experience.
I
in
don't
it.
even think some people try to do it nefariously, like intentionally, but I think most people, they don't give a fuck. You tell them and they already shooting back to you that it ain't a good idea because it ain't something they want in their reality. My brother told me he want to be a professional boxer. And I was about to say, why don't you buy you a gym and start a business and training? But then I thought, that's not, I'm pushing a reality that I would do off on him.
Right.
So I'ma just knock his entire reality down. And
Exactly.
that's when I realized that's what people do.
Exactly.
They're not necessarily doing it to hurt you. It's just not what they want their reality. It ain't good or bad. That's why you just, like my wife said, you gotta stop telling people your vision and just do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they look, you ain't gotta say nothing because you did it already.
Absolutely.
For real. Give them some, we done hit them with all of the, what's a tip?
Just separate.
Don't tell people you lose energy. We gave y'all that in a couple videos prior, so we said separate.
Separate
You
yourself.
gotta separate. Not on no hiding under a rock, scared of, but you have to separate Like you gotta go into the mountains like Moses did to meditate for them tablets. You have to separate. What's something else, bro?
Make the familiar unfamiliar. So reprogram your mind. Change
That's
the
major.
mental pictures that you see and the words you say.
Make the
throughout the day.
familiar. You mean like make your habits you got now that's not serving where you want to be. You got to make it unfamiliar by doing different things.
By doing the thing that you want to be. So if you saying I'm not good at this, and you keep saying that, you're not gonna be. But if you say I'm the best at what I do,
your verbal spells can create your reality too.
absolutely.
Make the familiar unfamiliar, guys. You got something else, babe?
That's it.
I'm Low.
This is Key, and we're Low Key.
Like, comment,
And subscribe.
hit the thumbs up, notification, subscribe. Peace.